All right, well, we're super excited to share with you more about our mission of getting floor plans in every listing. We really believe this is an epic mission, and we're excited to go on that mission with you guys. So Eric, if you'll just go to the next slide, I'll go ahead and dig in. So the reason why we're on this mission is that we see this huge gap in the marketplace. Like, the consumer demand for floor plans is really high, but roughly 10% of the listings in the United States today actually have a floor plan. Next slide. And it's not just our opinion. This is actually based on data done by NAR. NAR does a survey every year, and they ask home buyers like what aspects of a listing are most important to them, and they consistently say that a floor plan is the single most desired asset after your standard photos and detailed property descriptions. And the reason why is because, like, floor plans provide an at-a-glance understanding of the property's layout better than any other asset. And I actually know this firsthand because my wife and I bought a house about a year ago, and like 6 months before that, we bought a sectional. So we were asking questions like this, like, how big are the rooms? Will our sectional fit? Is it an open concept? Does it have like enough storage so we can store all of our items? That the floor plan is really useful in helping you just like at a glance understand out without having to thumb through a 3D tour or scroll through a whole bunch of photos. Like, all those things are definitely important, but the floor plan like gives you like the whole picture in a single view. And it's not just important to home buyers, it's also really important for agents, because as an agent, it will help you stand out and win more listings. It can help you generate more qualified buyers and generate a higher volume of buyers, especially the people that really value floor plans. And it can even help you reduce time on market. So what is CubiCasa? CubiCasa is a mobile app. It allows you to scan a property with your smartphone in about 5 minutes, and you get an accurate floor plan with room measurements. And we've designed the app for simplicity. So as you can see in the demonstration here, it's as simple as opening the CubiCasa app, clicking on scan a space, and scanning the inside of the property. You're primarily aiming at the baseboard area where the floor and the wall meet. You tilt up to capture fixed furniture objects like cabinets and windows and low ceilings, and that's it. You send us that scan through the mobile app. We create the floor plan, and you get it back within 24 hours. So on average, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to scan a typical size home. My home is probably a little bit above the typical size. I have a 3,500 square foot home with it's 2-story. It has a porch on the front, a patio on the back, a 2-car attached garage. And I scanned my entire property in 12 minutes. And that was on my first attempt. Actually, after doing it multiple times, you should be able to get faster at this. And the cool part is it doesn't require any training, software, or tripods. It works on both Apple and Android, and it's almost hard to mess it up. Like, our app is designed to give you real-time feedback. So it not only gives you the confidence when you leave the property and knowing that you scanned correctly, but if you make mistakes, it will help you adjust your scanning technique so you get better and better in the future. And I think just within a scan or two, you'll feel like a total pro scanning with the CubiCasa app. Next slide. So this video is going to kind of quickly show you what's going on in the back end, so you can kind of understand how it works, from our perspective. So if you go ahead and play that video, Eric, we'll walk through that. And this video is sped up 2x. So what you see on the top left is what you're going to see through the CubiCasa mobile app. It's just like you would if you were pulling up your camera and looking through the camera. On the bottom is what our computer vision is seeing. So it's mapping out the space, and what you see on the right is a 3D point cloud that's generated from the scan. And this is not something we provide to the end user, so you're not going to get like a 3D tour or anything out of this, but this is what our production team uses to create the floor plan. So they use the combination of the point cloud file, the position tracking data, which is that green line showing their path through the home, and they also have access to that video footage so that they can create a super accurate floor plan. Next slide. So if you don't want to do it yourself, I encourage you to do it yourself because it's super easy, super simple. It takes 5 to 10 minutes on average. But if you don't feel like doing it yourself, or if you already have a really great real estate photographer that's taking photos and doing other things for your providing you with other marketing materials, we definitely encourage you to utilize your real estate photographer. And on the next slide, if you don't have a real estate photographer already that you're working with, we have 10 different real estate photographers that have been vetted through our process. They already use the CubiCasa mobile app, so they're proven to be really good at scanning with the mobile app. So we encourage you, if you don't have a real estate photographer already and you don't have time to do it yourself or you don't want to do it yourself, by all means, tap into these local real estate photography studios and they'll be happy to do a floor plan for you. And one other thing I'd like to note is these real estate photographers have already agreed to include a floor plan with every photo package. So CubiCasa not only works for like simple properties, it also works really well on complex properties. Now, this one is a good example. You can see there's a pool outside. It's a really weird shape, and we did an excellent job on that. We hear over and over from users, like they scan these complex properties and they think, well, how in the world is this going to turn out good? They're blown away when they receive the scan back, knowing that it's a very complex property. And the next slide even shows something even more radical, and it's kind of funny. It's a shoe. Need I say more? It's a shoe. Next slide. So if we have any appraisers on the call, it's not only valuable for real estate agents and brokers, but it's also really valuable for appraisers. So we have a GLA output that it's fully in line with ANSI Z765 measuring standards. So it's acceptable by Fannie Mae standards. The scanning technique is pretty much the same. The only difference is you would need to make sure that you capture low ceilings. If you have a ceiling height of 7 feet or less, you want to make sure to get that, because per ANSI 765 measuring standards, that area should be excluded from the GLA calculations. And what you're going to get back as an appraiser is this GLA report. You can download it as a PDF, or you can download it as a PNG image. We also have a separate file with the calculations, so you can import that right into your favorite appraisal report tool. And you're going to get it in a 5 to 10 minute scan. You're going to get interior walls, you're going to get doorways, staircases, exterior spaces, like patios, decks, detached garages, and then you also get room labels, and we'll be able to differentiate between above and below ground spaces. And even more, you also have the ability to go into the quick edit tool afterwards and make slight adjustments. So if you want to include an area in the GLA or exclude an area from the GLA, if it's one of those kind of edge cases where you have to kind of make an exception there, you have that level of granular control, and those changes can be made within seconds without any kind of special software. Next slide. So we have this really great free option. So our goal is adoption, right? We want to make it accessible to everybody. So there's no reason why you can't put a floor plan on every listing. And their free version is ideal for real estate agents and real estate photographers. It's a simple output. It's delivered within 24 hours, but you have room labels, you have room dimensions, and you get a total square footage calculation of the interior of the home. Now, this is different than the square footage calculation that an appraiser would get on the GLA report. We give the total living area, the gross internal area on this version, and that's just the total square footage. If you're an appraiser and you get the GLA version, you'll get dimensions based on the exterior of the home, and it'll deduct any non-livable spaces like garages and storage areas from the GLA calculation. Next slide. And we have these really great optional add-ons. So if you really want to enhance the free version, you could easily add fixed furniture. You don't have to do anything different with the scanning technique. The scanning technique is exactly the same. The only difference is that when you submit the order through the mobile app, there's going to be options to add on these different add-ons, and you have the ability to add the fixed furniture. Now, the fixed furniture add-on is our most popular add-on, and what you're going to get with that is you're going to get a lot of extra detail. You're going to get cabinets, you're going to get things like a bathtub, a vanity, a toilet, washer and dryer. You also get to see which way the door swings in or out, and we even include fireplaces. And if you're an appraiser, again, as I mentioned, all you have to do is select that you want the GLA floor plan, and we'll return that floor plan back to you. You'll still get the black and white version that, like for a listing, but you'll also get your GLA floor plan that will be perfect for your report. And then if you want to, our normal delivery is 24 hours, but if you want to speed that up, you can select the 6-hour delivery and pay an extra $10. And, you know, we'll bump that order to the top of the queue and then prioritize that order and deliver it in 6 hours. And then lastly, if you go over 5,000 square feet, we have automatic detection on that, and we charge an extra $10 for that. But the good news is you guys get a nice discount. So you won't pay the actual price that we pay on our website by going through Georgia MLS. And I'll talk about that on the next slide. So you also have the ability to customize your floor plan. So you can change the look and feel of it. You can change room names. You can add your own logo. You can even change the color scheme to be more competitive and stand out from the crowd. Next slide. So the next step is to sign up for an account. So if you guys don't already have an account, you can click the link in your dashboard and your Georgia MLS dashboard, or if you received like a newsletter, there should be, maybe there's a link in there as well. When you click that link, it's going to take you to a dedicated landing page where you'll be able to sign up for an account. You'll also be able to add your MLS ID, and that just ensures that you get your 25% discount. If you're not already if you already have a CubiCasa account prior to the Georgia MLS partnership, there's still a way to do that. We can show you that in just a moment. You'll just be logging into your dashboard and selecting your MLS from the dropdown and adding your email address that's associated with the email address that you used to log in out of your MLS with. So it's as simple as signing up for an account. You do your 5-minute scan with the mobile app, and then you get the floor plan back. And from there, you can download it as a JPEG or a PNG, and then import that into the MLS listing, and you're off to the races. Next slide. So if you need support, we have a really amazing customer support team. They're available 24/7. Our average response time is just a few minutes, and our average resolution time is less than 30 minutes. So you can use the live chat widget on our website, or you can email mlshelp@cubicasa.com. Next slide.
Okay, so I'll just run through this, Chris, just because I'm clicking on the buttons. Yep. So this is our dashboard. So once you've created your account and it's all set up, you'll be able to go to our website and you'll be able to sign in. So that's just simple username and password. From here, you'll see a dashboard, and you'll be able to see how many orders you've done over the past 30 days. You'll see your current monthly billing. Of course, we offer a free product, but if you would like to have the add-ons, you'll see the full amount populate there. If you are part of a brokerage and you're having multiple users on your account, you can see the amount of users inside your company. Further to that, you also have an extra orders page where you can review all of your orders, the type of add-ons that were done, when it was created, and who by. As far as the settings and adding the MLS, going back to the original topic, as you can see here, you can see a customer type. So agents and appraisers, as they belong to MLSs, they have access to the MLS membership tab just here. Now, when we click on that, all you need to do is select that you're part of Georgia MLS. So as you can see here, it's just showing up here. Select your MLS and then type in your MLS ID. So all you need to do there is we recommend, I believe we'll be talking about email addresses, so we recommend just adding in an email address there. So enter in your MLS login ID or your email address, and that will basically be ready. Click on verify this account, and then therefore you can add your membership and you'll get instant access to the 25% discount.